Every year on November 11th, we come together with a poppy on our lapel and tremendous pride in our heart to show respect for those who have sacrificed so much to safeguard peace and security in our world. It is the duty of every Canadian to take a moment to remember. This free and democratic country that we live in was born of the sacrifice of those who came before us. It was built by the thousands who left for war and never returned, and those who returned but never were the same. And it was bolstered by every new generation of soldiers to which failing hands would throw the torch, theirs to be held high. The Canada of today exists because from 1914 to 1918, more than 650,000 men and women volunteered to serve, knowing full well that crossing the Atlantic could mean never coming back home. It exists because for 6 long and grueling years, between 1939 and 1945, our people would answer the call again, this time to help defeat a regime in Europe that tried so desperately to rule by division and hate. It exists because the Canadians fought so valiantly for peace and democracy in the Korean War, because of the modern era service in the Middle East and Afghanistan, and because they have been instrumental in restoring and maintaining order and security as peacekeepers in countries where conflict has raged, and because they've always been there for us here at home, going to all parts of the country to respond to natural disasters and other situations that often requires military intervention. It is in these services and in these missions that hundreds of thousands of our own have given their lives. We have loved ones that are buried in military cemeteries all over the world, and though distance separates us from where some of our fallen now rest, somehow we feel their presence here today and every day with us as we pay them tribute at this special time, this time of remembrance. It is in these reminders that keeps us all in tremendous gratitude to our veterans and to those who are continuing in service, whether it's in Ukraine today, whether it's at the Black Sea, whether it's in the air, on the ground, or on board the ship. They are in our minds and in our hearts. They are remembered. They are supported by a grateful nation that will always be here to stand by them to protect democracy, peace, and security in the world. Here in Labrador, our contributions to global peace and security through Five Wing Goose Bay, through Triple Force Squadron, through the Canadian Rangers, through the RCMP and the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary continues to go on as so many proud men and women stand on the fringes to protect all of us. I want to commend the Royal Canadian Legion for the work that they do in raising up our veterans who deserve the utmost respect and remembrance for their service and for their sacrifice. Today, I join all of you in recognizing our soldiers, our veterans, our strong men and women that support our country in uniform. Today, we remember them.